Alright, so I had to go and speak on something. As far as the NFL and black quarterbacks. I don't know if people notice, but black quarterbacks had the hardest time keeping their jobs in positions. They always have to prove themselves more than the counterparts, than the other racial counterparts. White quarterbacks, and this is no shot to nobody, but as soon as they enter the league, they're on a higher pedestal. They're gonna get protected more. They're gonna get treated more. Just look, and I know Cam Newton is a beast, a big beast. But look at the way they treat Cam, or have treated Cam in his career compared to Tom Brady. If you touch Tom Brady helmet, they're gonna throw the flag. If you touch Tom Brady knees, they're gonna throw the flag. If you take him down to the ground, let him, there's gonna be a flag. Even though they try to make the rule for everybody in the league. Truth be told, there's only black quarterbacks they do not hold those rules up to. Cam Newton, I mean, they can pretty much do whatever kind of thing to bring him pain and suffering on the football field, and the refs would not throw those flags. They've always treated him like that. Cam Newton's career, he wouldn't have took so many injuries if the league would have threw the flags more, the refs, and it's not it's not just the refs' fault. The league looks at it like that, and they treat Cam Newton, let's be honest, as the villain of the NFL. Now, when he's doing great, it's Cam's doing great, Cam doing this and that, but at the same time, he's a villain, and they show him. They start to turn the narrative on him to make him look like a villain. Let's be honest. Let's put that out there. Tom Brady, um, he's the GOAT. They're gonna always consider him the GOAT child. Um, he can't do no wrong. No matter what he do wrong, he can't do no. Even though most of his Super Bowls, if not all of them, had asterisks around them of about something happened during that time that they won the Super Bowl. They benefited the New England Patriots. If that had been anybody black, let's be honest, or not the gold child, you will be thrown in the fire. Just I mean, look at Barry Bonds. I know it's baseball, but look at Barry Bonds. Look at his situation. Every time they speak of something he's accomplished, they throw the asterisk on there and say, "Oh, it's PD, PD, PD." Well, okay, why don't Tom Brady Spygate, Deflategate? Why don't that get mentioned more? Why is that not an asterisk on his Super Bowl wins? That's not gonna go with him in the in the Hall of Fame. It ain't. But if that had been Cam Newton, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, they subject to be out the league. Look how they vilified Michael Vick. And granted, he didn't have to fight those dogs. A lot of his was warranted because he didn't have to fight those dogs. He shouldn't have done that. Protect our animals. Protect life. Period. Even though I can go deeper into that situation of why that probably was going on. When you come from the hood or from the mud, and you got partners that ain't getting money on the level that you getting on, you create some kind of revenue for them to where you can keep your street cred, but also feed your partners. I ain't gonna get into that, but people know what I'm talking about when it comes to that Mike Vick. And he made a complete turnaround. But the thing is, as polarizing as he was in a human highlight reel, you go back and look at each of his seasons in Atlanta. As much as he was doing, they still vilified Mike Vick. Every year they was trying to find something on Vick to vilify him, to make him not what he was. Look at Lamar Jackson. They didn't want him to be a NFL quarterback. Try to make him wide receivers and all this, and then his mom was like, "No, he's quarterback." As much as he's accomplished, season by season, I think this will be his third season. and he's only gotten better each season. He's making his team better each season, and it's still, oh, what about his accuracy? Oh, well, Lamar Jackson. It's always a question about black athletes. It's specifically black QBs. Always, always. Not to mention, the top 5 QBs in the league was probably African American. You know, I'm sure I think they said it was like the first time ever this happened. You had Mahomes, Dak, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun. I'm sure I'm missing somebody, but you know, you have high caliber. To be honest, the quarterbacks that are really making moves and are doing their thing are black quarterbacks right now. And I know I can't remember his name. The guy from Arizona, Kyler Murray. So, and they thought Kyler Murray was gonna be a bust. Oh, he's wasting a pick on him. He's too short. He's too this neck. Go in. Look what he's doing. He instantly, propelled that organization, to more wins. There ain't too much you can do when the team ain't formed around you, but he went in there. Now he's doing his thing, and then you got Tua coming in. It's just the point, though. But that's not the typical quarterback. Even with what Tua's doing, you got Trevor Lawrence coming from Clemson. And, they call Trevor Lawrence the typical quarterback. He's the prototypical quarterback, blah, this and that. But honestly, Trevor Lawrence and Tua they pretty much play similar. Trevor Lawrence is great. I like him. I like Tua, but Tua injured. He's injured. He took an injury right now. No, he took a hip injury. Bo Jackson took a hip injury. We all know what happened with that. I'm all over the place with this because it's so many narratives that they have put on black quarterbacks that it's kind of throwing me everywhere. But my point I'm trying to make is you can be the most successful quarterback in the league as an African American, and it's always going to be an asterisk behind you. They always looking for you to take a pay cut. You don't believe me? Look at Dak Prescott. Who has a better record than him in the league since entering the league? Maybe Tom Brady. Maybe. And y'all consider him the GOAT. So if he plays the same caliber as the GOAT, why hasn't he gotten paid? If he'd have been a white quarterback, the money would be there. Cam Newton, Super Bowl, he went to trips to Super Bowl, former MVP. He propelled the Panthers organization. He don't do anything, negative. Man just like fashion. And what do? He's looking for a job right now. Panthers cut him so late. And now all the quarterbacks have been on teams, so now it's hard for him to get a job. You don't think that wasn't done purposely? They knew they wasn't going to keep Cam. They used Cam up. Had Cam taking all these hit punishments, trying to win, and then they fucked over him, honestly. And that was purposely done. They make sure, with black quarterbacks that you used up. And they say, Andy Dalton. He had a few winning seasons with the Bengals. But I bet you he get a job before Cam Newton. He just got cut a whole month later than Cam. He'll get a job before Cam, though. And, don't get me wrong, he's not a bad quarterback. But Andy Dalton is not going to jump over no pylons trying to get the win. He ain't going to take that type of punishment. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of crazy to me. Nick Foles, he won a Super Bowl, but Nick Foles had been in and out for teams for so long. Hell, you even got Colt McCoy still playing on backup on football teams. And for what? Like, what has Colt McCoy done to stay on an active roster when you got Jameis Winston looking for jobs and all this and that? I mean, no knock to Colt McCoy, but my man, he's done nothing. You got a RG3. Look what the Redskins did to him, and look like how they throwed him to the waistline, and it was like, oh well. Man, that's how they use black quarterbacks. They run them the options, and because they feel like they more athletic, but they'll let you take that unnecessary punishment, and then when you're done, they kick you to the wayside. Yeah, black quarterbacks have to start protecting themselves because that's how they're gonna do you every time. They don't care about us like that. You know, most of the owners are white, and it's the same in basketball. You know, most of the owners, if not all the owners, are white, and they want to keep their circle a certain type of way, and we have to understand that. You know, we got the power because we making them the money. And you have to make them stop looking at athletes like that. I mean, they go on both ways. I mean, just like look at Christian McCaffrey. You know, I believe he's all white, and you know we have this narrative that black people are the runners. They are the running backs. They're the runners. Oh, they run. They've been running all their life. We're gonna make a run. Christian McCaffrey come in and show you what he can do, and he's of a different race. So it goes a whole bunch of different ways. Now the wide receiver core, you know, anybody can get it, you know, pretty much. But you know, like you go from slot to wide outs. You know how that whole thing go. It's just mind boggling to me how Cam is getting done. I guess that's the reason why I had to blog about it. I'm just sick of them treating black quarterbacks like they're nothing, and you can sit there and see it all day long on TV, and people act like it really don't exist when we know it do. That this racism still going inside the league. They're gonna get underpaid. Look what Teddy Bridgewater was doing, and look at his criteria. Jimmy Garoppolo got a better deal, way more money, without a proven record than Teddy Bridgewater has gotten with a proven record. Now I'm glad he got that 60-something mil, you know, and he's starting or whatever, but just why is that? How does he get this much and he get paid less, but he has a proven track record? He didn't, you know. So I don't know. That's just how it goes with the quarterbacks, you know. Now that what this happened with Zeke and Todd Gurley and things like that, you know, now it's gonna make even the running back situation. They're gonna try to underpay them as much as possible because now they're using Todd Gurley, you know, injury as a see, I told you so. And just like with Tennessee, that's my team. Don't get me wrong. Look how they doing Derrick Henry, man. They franchise tagged him. Get that man his money. That man picked the whole organization up, the whole team, and rode them on his back. But you know what they're looking at? Listen, this black man can only run but so much. When he break down, we don't want to be reliable for paying him nothing. And he might break down within a season or two because they know they run him so much. They know they rely on him so much. So it's only a matter of time for he take an injury, they thinking. And once he take that injury, you know what? We'll be able to sign. If it's not a major injury, we'll be able to sign him back on a less contract rather than paying him the money he actually worked. And then we sign him on less contract, he come back and produce like he was at all-star level. Fine, we win. If he don't, we ain't overpay him anyway. You know, and then if we feel he washed up, let's trade him off to another team. That's how they do. Titans have always done their players like that. You know, you train you bring somebody in, rookie, let them start building themselves up, and as soon as they think that they're gonna be reliable for a big contract, they'll send them off or just cut them, or just let them go to free agency. They'll hold the lineman for a long time, you know. They'll hold them for a long time. And then, you know, whatever. Taylor Lewan, I love him. But Taylor Lewan has been declining the past 2-3 years. We could have been there, replaced him, you know. But, you know, Jarrell Casey holding his own. Gone. You know. It's just a use them up, then throw them away league. This is how it is. So I'm just saying, if anybody else see it like I do, you do. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? You can leave a comment. You can subscribe. You can unsubscribe. However, you have your right to your opinion. I got my right to mine. I'm just speaking. I'm not saying that we don't get certain things. I'm not saying they don't. I'm speaking on the situation that I see right now. So before you comment, understand that I have my right to my opinion, just like you have your right to your opinion. And if you want to address your opinion, feel free to put it in the bottom. I'm not scared to answer no questions. So it is what it is. So subscribe, hit the notification bell every time I'm on. I'm gonna get at y'all. Bye, y'all. Holla.